Hello everyone, welcome to Techcus. In this video, we are going to focus on supercomputer. It's really interesting when the topic is like supercomputer. Here, first of all, we will learn basic definition of supercomputer and how much it's really powerful and the application area of supercomputer. And we will also have a look on India's first supercomputer, PARAM 8000, which was released in 1991. After that, we have Pratyush supercomputer, which was released in 2018, and till now, it is India's fastest supercomputer. We will also going to learn the basic difference between supercomputer and macrocomputer. This picture is really funny because if I talk about the comparison of power and the capability, supercomputer is huge, powerful than the macrocomputer. And in that sense, the supercomputer is relaxing while the macrocomputer is struggling. Now, before proceeding, I have a request to you. Please watch the full video so that you can learn effectively, and also like and share the video. So, let's start. So, before proceeding supercomputer, we should have a revision that we have already covered through the example. So, first is analog computer. The analog computer example is speedometer of a car or your weightlifting machine. And the example of digital computer is your laptop, desktop, that means macrocomputers. And the mini computers, mainframe computers, supercomputers, all are the example of digital computer. Next is hybrid computer. We know hybrid computer is actually combination of analog computer and digital computer. So CT scan also the example of hybrid computer, ATM machine also the example of hybrid computer. Next is macrocomputer, we already discussed, that means your laptop, desktop, PDA can be your macrocomputer example. Mini computer are almost similar to macrocomputer but have the more capability than the macrocomputer, and it's almost used in small organizations. Now mainframe computer is an interesting things we already covered, but if I talk about the example, these are used in banks industries, e-commerce industries to store their data and to fetch the information from the server to the user, and these are mostly used through the banks and e-commerce industry. These are huge powerful than the mini computer but less powerful than the supercomputer. Now our topic is supercomputer, so we will have a discussion on supercomputer. So let's proceed to the next slide. First of all, what is supercomputers? These are fastest and very expensive computers. They can execute billions of instructions per second. They are multiprocessor parallel systems suitable for specialized complex scientific applications involving huge amount of mathematical applications such as weather forecasting. The main difference between a supercomputer and a mainframe is that a supercomputer executes fewer programs as fast as possible, whereas a mainframe executes many programs concurrently. If I talk about the best use of supercomputer are in weather forecasting, nuclear science, aerodynamic modeling, and also other various high-level activities. So these are the best use of supercomputer. Now let's have a look on the India first supercomputer, PARAM 8000. PARAM 8000, India's first supercomputer. It was released in 1991 by the Center for Development of Advanced Computing, that means CDAC, and was replicated and installed at ICAD Moscow in 1991 under Russian collaboration. Now, who is behind of this first supercomputer, PARAM 8000? Sri Vijay Panduranga Bhatkar is the best known as the architect of India's national initiative in supercomputing, where he led the development of PARAM supercomputers. He developed the India's first supercomputer, the PARAM 8000. It's really tough thing to develop the first thing, and that time it is a supercomputer. Pratyush and Mihir are the supercomputers established at Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology IITM Pune and National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecast, that means NCMRWF Noida respectively. That means Pratyush was established in IITM Pune and Mihir was established in NCMRWF Noida. As of January 2018, Pratyush and Mihir are the fastest supercomputer in India. If I talk about the speed is 6.8 petaflops and the purpose is weather forecasting and climate research. And the cost in Indian rupee is 438.9 crore. It's huge amount if I compare with my personal computer. Now, if what is petaflop? A petaflop is equal to 1 quadrillion or 1,000 trillion calculation per second. It's really a high powerful computer than our personal computer. Now let's have a look. Param UV2 supercomputer and Pratyush supercomputer. And let's have a look another supercomputer like IBM. So if I talk about the physical appearance, all the supercomputers physical appearance may be same or may not be, but their functionality are different. If I want to separate or distinguish them, we can distinguish based on their performance. Now if you notice all this image, all the supercomputer actually assembled by lots of racks. Now what we have in this rack? In this rack we have actually four main components, that means input unit, output unit, central processing unit and storage unit. After the installation of all these units, all the racks are interconnected and assembled and we have complete functional supercomputer. So in this way, the whole supercomputer is developed. In this table, we have a comparison among microcomputers, mini computers and supercomputers. Now, if I talk about microcomputers which are used in day-to-day activities, that means in our educational purpose, business activities, shopping area, hospitals area, entertaining purpose, we are using our personal computer for our day-to-day task. Now if I talk about the RAM comes in megabyte to gigabyte. If I talk about the storage comes in gigabyte to terabyte and the cost comes in thousand to lakh. Now if I talk about the mini computer are used for big organizations like banks, e-commerce industries, airlines and also military activities. Now if I talk about the RAM of mini computer comes in gigabyte to terabyte and the storage comes in terabyte to petabyte and the cost may be range in million or in crore. So it's huge if I compare mini computers with the macrocomputers. If I talk about supercomputers are used for weather forecasting, nuclear science, aerodynamic modeling or other high level activities. Now if I talk about the RAM of supercomputer comes in terabyte and the storage comes in terabyte to petabyte and the price comes in crore or in billion. It's really huge if I compare supercomputer with computers. So I hope by this table you can clearly understand the comparison among macrocomputers, mini computers and supercomputers based on their use, their RAM, storage and the cost. So at last, thank you for watching, and if you have any doubt, please write on the comment box. I hope all the topic is clear, and subscribe this channel for more videos. So thank you, keep learning and keep smiling.